Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Brian and you're watching B-Dubs Reacts. We are here for the penultimate episode of My Extraordinary. I'm excited. I'm ready to be my feels. We want to welcome back my homie, my friend, Mr. John Cruz No Lloyd. What up?
What up?
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Good. Feeling free, but also
Wow.
I'm ready.
So last week was a bit of a ride. We were going crazy. By now you've probably seen our reaction. At least if you're watching our reactions in order. But I thought we were going crazy. I thought John was getting a little delulu and I was getting upset because I didn't want to accept the things that he was saying. But when we talked to our friends about it and watched other reactions, we weren't alone. We had a bunch of theories, but John, you wanna let what do you got for us? What were you thinking about last episode?
Well, I have a few predictions, but there's one thing that I did want to point out from last week. Let's see. One of them being the peach roses that we see, or maybe they were carnations or whatever, but they're like a peach colored kind of.
You're the ones that his mom were preparing, right?
Right, and she also was wearing this kind of like a matching color on her shirt. The peach rose or flowers conveys a meaning of modesty, genuineness, sincerity, and gratitude. It can also kind of be good for saying thank you, or an appropriate gift for when closing a business deal. Maybe that's a deal with the afterlife or whatever. But also it can be a great way to show sympathy to a loved one or a close friend,
which sounds more appropriate.
Right. So maybe there was a death. The color peach or Pantone or whatever says here that it encourages great communication, stimulates great conversation. So I'm thinking maybe she's finally learned how to communicate, or maybe we're going to see her to finally have great communication with her sons. It inspires good manners, puts people at ease. So I guess I got a little bit of that. I don't know if you remember, but I was just like, oh, look at the color of her shirt. Anyway, it's charming and disarming, and lastly, great for entering situations calling for self-preservation and survival. That one's a little out of pocket, but I don't know. Kind of cool thing to keep in mind before we get into the episode. As far as the predictions goes, I have quite a few. The first one that I have is that Shake will wake up from a coma and will have amnesia or something, and when he comes to, Ken will have to spend his time as a ghost through Sandy to keep reminding Shake about their love and about what they had gone through. Then Shake will finally
that's like
over.
The most happy one, right? Like that they're both alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think that would be cool. Another one is where Shake actually doesn't wake up from the coma, but then finally crosses over, and Ken will lead them to the afterlife or the paradise of their own.
Meaning both of them have passed away.
Right. Exactly. So in that one, Ken's already dead, and then Shake follows him. And then the third one is that Ken is in a coma and Shake is dead, and then vice versa, or whatever. And then I have no one is dead. This is all happening in Sandy's crazy head, and we'll get some sort of Back to the Future, That's So Raven type of shit from
we'll get to a point where it just goes back to the point where he's about to get into the crash and then he's fine. Like this was all just her imagining.
Right, or
like a horrible.
Right, thing. Just like her thought process. Maybe from she goes all the way back from. She was in the dressing room, or back when she was really angry, or back when she sees them holding hands while she was on stage, whatever. Maybe.
Do you think that
would be cool?
For that
right?
theory,
I think it would
so.
Be
For
awesome.
that theory, you think that could happen, and then it's just a happy ending?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I doubt
don't
it.
know.
I doubt it's that one.
That's hopeful wishing, because I know Sir Vincent has told me he's not known for happy stories,
Right.
So I'm like, that's why I've been bracing
That's
myself.
why the second to the last one I think relates. Regardless, I feel like this one might be combined with the other predictions that we have. That being that they're both dead. I think the story might end with them both dying.
And they have an extraordinary love beyond the grave.
Exactly. And then the last one is I'm dead.
I think that's true every week, though.
I am getting killed every week.
Yes. Hello.
By Vincent.
I think I agree with. I think it was the second to last one where that. Well, kind of agree. I think I'm because just piecing together the little clues we got here and there. I mean, even during the reaction, I was like, well, first I was like grippling between accepting or not accepting what you were saying, because I was like, again, I didn't want to accept that Ken was a ghost, but like as we kept watching, like the little clues we were getting here and there, it just kept pointing to the fact that maybe he was a ghost. Like we kept mentioning like how his clothes don't change, and like his mom wasn't making eye contact, there was no food set for him on the table in the dinner scene. He reached for the bottle, which really triggered you. You got so mad at that point when he reached for the bottle, and then before he could reach it, the mom grabbed it, and you're like, why are you fucking with us? Like
I'm
you were so upset. Yeah, I was upset. I was so upset too. I was distressed. Like I think that was the first time I've gotten so like, I don't want to say depressed, but I was just so shook in the episode that I was like angry with you, because I didn't want to like. I was.
You didn't want me
upset,
to be right.
Like, I don't. Yeah, and then I remember I like partway through I was just like, oh John, you're right. But and getting to like what my theory was is just that like I think that well, after the episode, when I thought about it more, I was thinking, okay, maybe Ken. No, I think my theory was that Ken is in a coma, and Shake is passed, because why would it? There has to be a reason why their spirits wouldn't be able to talk unless Sandy is there to help them with the wishing tree, right?
Right.
So like, there maybe one's in an in between and the other is already passed, and that's why they can't see each other. But then after talking about it with some friends, I think it was our friend Jude. Shout out Jude. He had the theory that that the reason why is because Ken has unfinished business. And whereas Shake, since he's already kind of lost all his family, like there's not really anything tying him to I guess the world, and so which is why he's able to pass on before Ken. And I feel like maybe Ken is in some kind of like purgatory where he's just the last thing he has to do is to get acceptance from his mom, because that's the kind of like unfinished business. I think it could be like he's really trying, like we saw in the last episode, he's really trying to get his mom to understand, and she's saying, be patient with me, and so maybe that's it. And then I feel like with Shake entering at the end, it's like Shake is coming from having already moved on and just to get Ken. So yeah. I guess
and also
with
there was that
theory is that they're both dead.
Discussion before this is that Ken says whenever I get back to school.
Yes, that was another reason why I thought maybe Ken is just in a coma, right? Because he knows that he's gonna wake up and be able to go back to school.
Yeah, and before leaving to go to the tree, it looked like Ken was leaving a room, so maybe there is a body, or he is there. He's home in a coma right now.
Yeah, I mean,
oof.
I think we touched on it a little bit in our prediction, but it's like I almost kind of want both of them to be passed away, just so they could both be together.
I would totally be fine with that.
But I mean, also too, like even if maybe they don't get together, and like they're only able to kind of communicate through Sandy, like that's kind of cute too, because it's like my extraordinary love. He's already passed away, but I'm still living. Yeah. And at the very least, I hope we get like a nice scene with his mom where he finally gets that acceptance from her. Because I think she's just processing, every parent goes through it. My parents went through it, even though my parents were super accepting, it still took a little bit of adjusting, because there's a lot that comes with the fact that with coming out and finding out that you're, from the parents' perspective, finding out that your kid is gay, you know, like for my parents, it was like, you know, and me as well, like accepting, you know, certain things that you probably imagined for your kid are not going to happen. Like you're not going to have traditional kids, and you're not going to have the kind of life that you imagined for them, like having a wife,
grandkids,
and so grandkids, you know, all that stuff comes with a kid, your child coming out to you. And so, and then also too, I could tell the big thing that was hurting her was just the fact that she was the last to know, and not having that kind of line of communication with her son, you know, and wanting to have that closeness where she would know, be the first to know, you know. So that plus, you know, I'm sure all of that is already a heavy layer, but then having, you know, if Ken is dead, then that's like an extra thing to like be even to like amplify those layers, because it's like she not only has that regret, but she can't do anything about it now if Ken has already passed away, you know. So
yeah, and I feel like there is that, it proves that maybe Ken really is still alive, or maybe in the coma, because you know, Sandy feels indebted, and if that was the case, then I feel like there would be some animosity there between Monica and Sandy if you know, if somebody did die, you know. And I just one of the things that kind of, again, I just got reminded of it right now, but again proves maybe that Ken is still alive and is in a coma, is that when Sandy got there, Monica yells, Ken, may bisita ka, or you have a visitor.
Yeah, and then even Ken says, no, sometimes she knows me, sometimes she doesn't. So sorry.
Maybe we will see in
my chair.
Did you just toot?
No, it's my chairs.
No, so I think it kind of, it's kind of cool because I'm seeing some relations with the color that I saw in that episode.
Yeah, it started with the blue horse, the dark horse, and the blue flowers from I think it was episode 5.
Right. So
no, episode 4.
Episode 4. Yeah. But with this one, what I mean is with the peach color is that the whole thing about opening great communication. So I think,
and then the sympathy,
right, and the sympathy part. So hopefully it was sympathy for like you know, for your son to be well soon, and then also this being kind of a guiding situation where Monica learns really how to communicate with her sons.
All right, well, I guess now it's time to put all those theories to the test. You know, we have a couple things that we're considering. I'm fully ready to be wrong on all counts, or right on some counts, you know, like whatever it is. I'm excited to see where the story takes us. I'm fully ready and prepared. No whiskey this time. I actually drank all my whiskey last episode. I'm probably gonna get one more bottle just for the finale, but today I just have coffee.
Yeah. I have quite a day, so I can't be drinking at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right. So yeah, let's get into it. You ready, John?
Yes.
As ready as we'll ever be. Oh. Go straight into the song. There's no like opening scene. Usually there's like a scene.
I'm nervous. That means there's shit. They're like, we're gonna hit you with the shit.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, because usually there's like a cold, not necessarily a cold open, but there's usually like at least a few scenes, or like one scene at least before we get to the intro song.
Right.
But it went straight into it this time, so
yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. The last thing we saw was Shake appeared to them, so it's like we want to get straight into that, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, am I tripping? I think this is the first time we're seeing new scenes added to the intro.
Yeah. They're
right, because it's scenes from the previous episodes.
Ooh, that means they're being very careful about it, or we finally caught up with the previews.
Yeah.
Or with their.
Yeah, because all this time it was the Wishing Tree Park like scenes of them together, and so now we're getting after that. Oh, they're running to the tree. No.
Ken's there first, dude.
And they're like blurry too. Oh no, it's called the Wishing Tree. Fuck. I'm bracing, dude, because like as soon as he starts talking to them, we're gonna get confirmation of what the deal is.
Kahit ganun yun.
No, we rewinded a little bit.
Ganun yun.
Miss ka na namin sa school. Di miss school?
Siyempre. Alam mo, miss ko na yung klase ni Prof. Makaspak. Pagbalik ko sa school, sulat ako ng maraming
See,
mga
it's that part that shook us. It was like, when he goes back, what do you mean when you go back?
Huwag nang monolog ah.
cast of thousands.
Oh.
Pero alam mo, miss ko na rin sila Heaven, si Romeo, at syempre yung
Materes.
Isaw!
Si Materes.
Hindi, syempre si Martires.
Pero alam mo, pinaka-na-miss ko sa lahat,
Shake.
syempre si Pops.
Yep, see? Syempre si Pops, for sure.
Never a single moment that I don't think of him. Tuwing naisip ko siya, meron din akong nararamdaman na saya, pero lagi na lang parang may tumatadyak sa dibdib ko.
So I feel like he's gotta be in a coma, because, like, if he was alive, there's no reason why he wouldn't be able to see everyone, you know?
Yeah.
Especially in 6 weeks, you know?
Hindi ko maintindihan kung bakit hindi ako maiyak.
Because you're not alive, boy.
I remember you even said that last week.
Yung ginagawa natin, di ba? Pag masakit, umiiyak tayo.
But there's also that theory that I was saying too, like maybe he doesn't realize he's a ghost.
Pilit ko.
Cause look at her,
Direk
she's like, I don't know
Jolo,
what to.
ikaw takot ina.
She's like, I don't know what to tell him.
Sandy, I really wish Pops were here. With me.
Kaya nga kita dinala dito sa
See, I'm so interested. Like they don't do this. They usually move forward. They usually have an opening scene, but this time we rewinded. You know, we're repeating the end of last episode.
Malay mo, this time, totoo na.
Malay mo.
I'm not ready. This is what I was saying last week. As like, when the dialogue we get from Shake is gonna give us a big clue as to what happened. Yeah.
Commercial.
Stop! No commercial. Oh, we're getting
It's our song.
I don't know why I'm doing this before work, but this is what I'm doing. Oh, not a montage.
Not a fucking montage. I hate you.
It's not just a it's a slow-mo montage again.
He's also wearing the same shirt? Was he wearing stripes?
No, the shirt that he was wearing that we kept noticing is the red button up.
Okay.
Yeah, even just listening to the lyrics of this song, it really kind of goes with the idea that like Ken is alive and he's just seeing.
Wow, that's a great shot.
Shake's
right there.
vision. Yeah. Oh, we're getting more. No, that line. Will you go with me if I ask you to leave?
Kahit kailan, kahit saan, kahit saan mo gusto pumunta.
Oh my god.
Malayo.
Brian, stop it.
Malayo sa mundong to.
Well, we switched places. It was you doing this last week, and then me saying stop it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Cry on.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Don't say sorry. Oh.
Isang mundong matutumbasan ng 1,000 ngiti. Bawat patak ng luha.
Wow.
I love their chemistry. It's so cute.
Importante yun. Hindi mo malalaman ang tamis
Wow.
kung hindi mo pa natitikman ng hapde.
So true.
Nox naman, kala ko ba di ka magaling sa poetry?
He's so positive.
I know.
Now you got me crying. I hate it. Protect Shake at all time.
Anong
Why
sama?
didn't you protect
Saan
him,
sila
Ken?
pupunta?
You reckless ass. No reckless driving. Don't fucking drive and be on the phone.
Bring me to that world.
The world of their own.
God, this song. Are you a dream or a memory, or are you really there?
So the stripes, I'm seeing
Or
that
is it
maybe
all
Ken
in
is
my
a
mind?
prisoner to his body right now.
Yeah.
And maybe Shake's already free flying because there's birds on his shirt.
They're using this conversation as a metaphor of like him going with him to the afterlife, like what we were saying. Remember, like maybe Shake has come to like take him out of purgatory, you know, and find that peace. Me ugly crying and singing along out of key. Leave me suspended.
Paps, akala ko naman iniwan mo na ako.
Ako pa. Huwag naman kita iiwan.
Saan ka ba nagpunta?
Likot-likot lang. Kung saan pwede. Kung saan mura. Kung saan makakatipid.
Lipat-lipat lang. I'm so
You know,
confused.
that's something he said before.
Right?
He said that when he was talking about how he took care of himself and his
Right,
family. Like,
right. I
passed
know.
away.
So it's a...
It's a reference.
Ano to, kasal?
I know, not in front of Sandy Salad. Oh.
Hindi, masaya na si Sandy. Bakit pa siya tututol? Hanggang afterlife, hindi naman siya mahal ni Ken na ganyan. Ako sa'yo, kasalanan mo to. End of episode.
Hindi.
Oh my God, Monica. Nako po, Yayo. That better be iced tea. This is it. She's gonna walk into the room. She's gonna walk into.
She would not be
Elizabeth.
this distraught 6 weeks later if he was alive or if he was there. You know, she's still not looking
Yeah.
at him.
Kagabi ka pa umiinom.
I'm still bracing for it. See, oh, there's
See,
a
why would
picture
she
of
be this
him.
sad?
There's a
See,
picture
it's
of him. I
him.
think I see. That's a picture of him. That's not the dad.
Yeah.
He's next to.
Yeah. He's dead.
I think I was right. He still has unfinished business, not like Shake.
Galit siya sa Lord.
He really. See, he's a ghost. He can't help her.
Mami, wag ka ganyan! Sana na! Sandy, tawag Oh, Ate Sandy, bakit?
Hindi ko na alam gawin sa mami mo.
Sige, Lawrence, gagawa ko ng paraan. Hello? Prof Makaspak? Sorry, sir, pero emergency lang po talaga.
Is it the teacher? The teacher's gonna come to the rescue.
Maybe. Maybe they need a ride to get to the house. Cause maybe he has a van so they can all fit.
Smart.
Yeah. Lawrence, the teacher. Is that Philip?
No, that's Romeo.
Nasaan si Mami?
Oh,
Sir, pasensya
Kevin
na
and
po,
Romeo.
pero salamat po sa pagpunta.
Oh, sige na.
Philip, sorry, Kevin. Oh no, it's JV.
Yeah,
brother.
the two brothers and Romeo.
Guys, sa labas
Yeah.
na tayo.
The two brothers, Kevin and Romeo.
Some privacy.
Anak, it's so nice of you to visit me here, oh. May bote pa doon. Drink with me. Come on, come on. That's mine. Don't touch this. Kailan ka pa naging magulang? Ngayon, magulang na kita? Ha?
Tita, lasing ka na.
I'm not drunk. Nakainom lang ako.
May mga bisita tayo, oh.
May bisita? Nagdala kayo ng bisita? Para ito? Para pagtakpan niyo si Gano. Magkampi-kampihan kayo lahat. Kampihan niyo yung shake na yun!
Oh? Ba't sisig yung sisisihin mo?
Yung kuya mo, yan si Ken. Natuto lang yung magsinungaling dahil nung nakilala niya yung shake na yun. Kaya tayo iniwan ng kuya mo. Tandaan mo yan.
Hanggang ngayon sinisisi mo pa rin sila?
Sino pa ba? Si Shake lang naman, di ba? Sino pa ba?
My God, Mami!
Oh my god, now we're gonna see.
Time of death, 9:45 p.m.
Oh my god.
Oh, shake that.
Alam ko, pero kasalanan pa rin ni Shake. Kasalanan pa rin kayo.
Yeah, shake's that.
Get you. And here's when he calls out to him.
Yes, please. Pumasok sa loob.
Hindi ka na, Pops. Saan naman tayo pupunta? Basta...
Nauna ka na muna, Pops. Susunod ako agad.
Yeah, see, he just wants to stay behind first. He still has unfinished business. His mom has to accept it.
Bilisan mo, ah. Baka hindi mo ako mahanap. Sige ka.
So he is in a coma or something.
No, he's dead too. He's
He's
just
flatline too.
he just needs he flatlined too. That's what I'm saying. He
His
still
spirit
has
is just
unfinished
there.
business. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ang sepik, ma! Wala na si Shake!
Wala na rin si Kuya.
Si Kuya!
Kita,
Alam ko, wala na sila! Wala na sila!
It's been 2 months pero galit ka pa rin sa kanila?
2 months. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Tapos ako, iniyaw mo sa Manila nag-iisa habang ikaw nagmumok mo kasi hindi mo pa matanggap na nagmahalan si Kuya at si Shake. Mami naman!
Oh.
No, it's over.
It's over. You okay?
Yeah. I'm like bittersweet because like
We're gonna get a preview, right?
I don't think so. No, there's no previews on these ones. It's bittersweet because it's like one of the theory I was saying about, you know, they're both dead and just Ken decided to stick around. Like, it came true, you know, like they're both gonna be able to be together in the afterlife, but there's still like stuff for them to figure out because his mom hasn't accepted it.
Yeah.
I knew right away when they showed that scene of them talking and he said, I'll follow you wherever you go, you know, will you go with me if I go?
I don't have anything to say.
You know, legit, I could tell. I was looking at you, you're just processing it all.
I mean, I was expecting it. Now I'm just really interested about what they're gonna do with the finale.
I want his mom to find that peace, you know.
She's gonna have
I feel for
to.
her
She
too.
might have another gay son.
It's true. Lawrence and JB.
And you know, maybe that's what this, you know, that's what the whole thing is gonna be about. I don't know. Hopefully, there's more to Sandy's character because we pretty much just saw her as like a pair of eyes, just kind of floating around this episode.
Like a medium, yeah.
So it's kind of giving me vibes that maybe we are gonna get like a back to like a That's So Raven type thing with her. I'm hoping that she makes like the ultimate wish or something and brings it back, and so things could go differently or something. I'm hoping that that's the case, just because
Maybe.
I have the satisfaction
that's-
already of kind of being right about them, both of them being dead.
Being dead, yeah.
And the last part is right as well. My last prediction, which is I'm dead.
Mhm.
I died along with them just now.
I feel like you already processed this in your theory, so the fact that it's true, it's like you're like, okay, well, I already
I feel
this.
like you were still questioning me
I
being
was
right.
still,
but
yeah.
This was you accepting it. This was
you were already that's why you're not a mess right now, because you already had your grieving.
No. So I mean, for me, it's just like processing, and now I'm just questioning again. You know where they're gonna go. with the rest of the story.
More episode.
And I think there's still a lot, there's still a lot there for them to play around with. For what it's worth, man, this has been a ride.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
I'm glad I didn't drink for this, because if I did, then I probably would be a bigger mess than you. I was right. I was right.
I just had coffee, so I was awake for my emotions. But yeah, I'm just really hoping that the way I see it going through is that his mom finally comes to terms, and maybe Sandy is able to connect them so that they can have like one last like kind of conversation where she is able to tell him that she accepts him and accepts what happened. But I'm interested too, because like Ken and Shake, Shake in particular looks so surprised, maybe shocked, maybe like, because like
about him being dead.
Like, well, that, but
or about the mom being
it's,
mad.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's him just like because he's shocked about what the mom said and how she's mad at him, or just because, or like I keep thinking like, do they know they're ghosts?
For him, I kind of get it, because then for his spirit,
they know they're ghosts, because in the hospital scene he said, I'll go along and you'll stay.
Yeah, because then for his spirit, he doesn't have any unanswered anything,
because that's what.
So that's why he was just like, I guess that was just like his ghost's reaction to that type of thing, what was going on. Maybe he didn't know what was going on with his mom. That's why they had been separated since he left, right? Since he left.
That's right.
Ups. Ken. Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know, Brian.
Sad. Yeah.
I don't have much for the whole the unpacking, but I think Lauren stands a symbol.
I just have hopes.
Yeah.
I just hopes.
Speaking of hopes, speaking of hopes, Lawrence is standing to be, kind of a pillar here, and I think that
we love Lawrence. Yeah.
I think him kind of standing out and being the person that they needed to make this conversation happen was cool. And then we see that Mr. Magaspak, that's his name, right?
Mm-hmm. I think something like that. Professor
Magaspak. He's he's going to talk to Monica. Hopefully, he gets to talk some sense into her.
This was what Gaya was saying in one of the reactors meet. She like cried a lot, and there was she mentioned a specific. I remember I was watching. It was in the reactors meet with Kuya Kent and Ate Christine. She said there was a specific thing that she wore for a specific scene where there was a lot of tears, and she keeps that outfit as like a remembrance of like the filming. And I think it's the outfit she wore.
It was a cute one. It was a cute one.
Yeah, it was the green,
the army green, like one dress thing.
Yeah.
It's cute.
But I mean, I was like, this is why you get an actress like her to like deal with a story like this, and to portray it well, the emotion and what she's going through. Like, that's the thing. It's like I was hurt by her reaction from episode 5 or
4.
The episode when she's finding out about.
Oh yeah, 5.
5. Yeah, when she's on the phone and she's telling him to come home. Like, I was hurt because obviously she's just to see someone's parent find out about their sexuality and to react so negatively. But the more we see her struggle, the more we see it's like she's just in like not only
this is a real thing. This is a real thing that goes into the families and the LGBTQ family. So if anything, I love that it's happening, because such a controversial show in itself. Breaking some it's a groundbreaking show. So for them to show that part,
and on national television.
Yeah, because it's a hard conversation to have, and for it to show and for it to kind of really put to light the sensitivity of the situation and how important it is for people to handle it more
Right.
maturely and really think about it and have it center with love. I remember one of the things before they had that reactor or that meet, they had a recent meet. They had asked for people to ask ask or tweet to Sandy and Monica what they would want to let them know. And I said to Sandy, that wasn't your story to tell. Don't ever drag somebody out of the closet. And then for Monica, I said
This must be recently after episode 5 they did that.
yeah. So my the one that I sent over to Monica was that always lead with love first. Especially if it's your family member, especially if it's your son.
Yeah.
Lead with love first, because understanding will follow, and if things need to be fixed or hashed out, then that'll follow. But if you lead with love first,
Right.
then you eliminate
I
all
think-
the dangers.
That's why I really have such a deep empathy for the mom and her character right now, because it's like she's getting faced with so many layers of things that she has to confront. She has to confront the death of her son, her son's sexuality, and then her not knowing everything. Like if even without the accident, like there's already so much for her to confront emotionally.
Yeah.
But now there's a lot that she can't confront anymore, or at least can't have a conversation about with her son, because he's passed away. So it's like there's so much, and it's like
Yeah, I think
there's so much that
she's
she has to
projecting. She's
confront.
projecting. She's putting the blame out on people, but really, she knows that
Because it's hard for her. Because it's hard for her to confront it herself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think she knows that it's her to blame. It's you to blame now.
Well,
No,
not even that
but
she's
that's
to
like-
blame. It's hard for her to not to just put the blame on something, because I feel like sometimes it's like even when there's no one to blame, when you're processing, it's almost easier to just put the blame on
To look
something,
out,
because it's like you can, it's like there's like a reason for your pain,
Right.
and like you can just be like, this is why I'm like this. But it's like it's hard to say that you're the reason, because that just hurts more.
Yeah.
And maybe like there wasn't,
And I think it's just in their
it's such a-
personality.
so
Like
many-
like I remember kind of pointing out too that Shake is a lot like his mom, and in the same way, of him dealing with his feelings with Sandy, he didn't deal with that well, right? And him questioning his feelings for Sandy, he snapped at her, for just wanting to hang out with her, or for just wanting to hang out with him. And with Monica, is that I feel like there's a pattern there of just not knowing how to to deal with their own fault. And I think that's important to point out, because it kind of puts in perspective, the possibilities and how drastic things can change, within minutes, as far as how we react to things like that.
Yeah, one more episode left, guys. I think I'm hoping that for this final episode we get. I think we're gonna accept that they've passed. We're going to see them finally be able to be together, because Shake has been waiting for Ken.
Yeah.
Because he said, go ahead, I'll follow.
What do you hope to
So,
see?
I think though, just the way that it's going, it just seems that we're gonna get that character development and that full arc with his mom. She's going to. I mean, she just ran off, but I think they're gonna find her. They're gonna finally really get to a breakthrough with her, to where she can accept things. The brother's gonna talk to her.
Yeah.
The professor's gonna talk to her, and she's gonna finally, because it's been 6 weeks, dude. She's gonna have to really face it sooner or later. And
So-
I think when she finally gets that clarity, maybe Sandy will be able to have like either overhear her saying something like that she's accepting, or maybe at least even get them to actually talk,
Communicate.
so
make
so
sure
that
they
he
get
can
to communicate through.
so that his soul can finally go to rest, and he can finally leave with Shake. and then it's like a, I guess not, it's still a sad ending, but kind of happy in the sense that they get to be together and that he gets that clarity and is that what is it, the closure with his mom, you know.
Yeah.
I think that would be a beautiful way to end it. I mean, again, like I said in the beginning of the reaction, I'm fully prepared to be completely wrong, or you know, and have it take us a different place. But
I thought the climax of the story was going to be them, the revelation of both of them passing. So for me, although I had a lot of different predictions, my predictions are tapped out. So we're gonna have to check back in for the beginning of the next video.
Yeah, I mean, we just have one more episode left, guys, and it's been a ride.
Yeah.
It's been an extraordinary ride.
Yeah. So I want to see. So for me, I want to see some cute shit from Romeo in heaven.
Right.
I do want to maybe hopefully see a little bit of a hint about more about the little brothers,
Lawrence and JV.
Yeah, Lawrence and JV. I want so that
Super cute.
so people can totally get hooked. At least the ones that aren't digging really deep or just are paying too much attention, like us, that we know for a fact that that's happening. And then also I do want to.
I know they're doing a BL, but I don't know if it's related to, if it's a spin-off of My Extraordinary or if it's just those two actors are doing.
Oh, it just so happened that they were both in it. Okay, well,
I'm not sure what it is, but either way, I'm
excited for it. But also, I really want to see that. Still want to see that redemption from Sandy, because she's
I mean,
near
it's been
and dear
6
to
weeks.
my heart.
It seems like definitely. It seems like by now she's accepted that they love
she was
each
smiling
other,
while their ghosts were hugging. I mean, what the fuck is she?
Yeah,
How is she gonna be happy?
Again, at the end of the day, she's always loved Ken, and so after her getting over her own disappointment that he doesn't love her back the way that she wanted, she's still gonna want the best for him. She's gonna be happy to see him happy,
definitely.
even though it's bittersweet for her. And we see her being that medium for him, and I love that she's able to, despite everything that's happened, despite probably her own regrets and everything, and how she feels about how everything went down, like there's a comfort, at least for her character, that she still gets to talk to him, at least now,
Yeah, but but that's not enough. I really think there's still some purpose for her to make, because there's still some making up for her. She's partly responsible as to
sure
why this happened, and I think she needs to still recognize that. I know she's kind of beat herself up about it already, but I think again, there's still some redemption that needs to be made there, and I feel a little like I'm not satisfied yet with the whole extraordinary thing, So I think there needs to be that moment where she's like standing really as the connection between the afterlife and the real alive people.
I feel like this was definitely like a really effective penultimate episode. Usually the penultimate episodes of a season are just like this. It sets up enough where you're just like, what's gonna happen in the last episode,
and they give us answers from our questions from last week. So,
like a lot of times you get the most out of the penultimate episode, and then like the last episode is like tying things up. So I definitely feel like this is what it gave us, that it gave us confirmation on the deaths. It gave us a big really climax, and so now it's like, what happened, how did they tie it up in the final episode. So
I'm glad they didn't end with that.
To see.
I'm glad they didn't end with that, because they would have been a terrible cliffhanger.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even today, like
terrible meaning, I still think it would have been good, but it's just terrible because I would have been like on the edge of my seat for a year.
Emotions. Yeah. But I mean, I like usually when the episode ends, I'm just like, but this time, like when I felt like it was about to end, I was just like, it's over. Like I felt like I was accepting of it. I was like, okay, I accept that this is where we're
Yeah.
ending it this week, and we're gonna figure out what's gonna happen next week. Yeah.
I'm glad your heart was
again,
a little
super-
bit ready, but boy,
It was. I mean, my tears were mostly just like
acceptance.
acceptance. Yeah, just like I already had that idea. Like even in thinking about it, like that theory was like the one that made the most sense to me. That's why I was so interested when Jude, told it to us. Like oh, that does really make sense. Like when you think about it, how things lined up. I'm still confused by the line of him saying going back to school, but I don't know. I don't know what that means specifically.
Maybe that's part of what's going on. Like he hasn't accepted that he's dead.
Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like looking at the shock on their faces because it seems obvious. Like they, I don't know. I think because I had that theory that maybe they don't know they're ghosts, but then it's like obviously they know because like they had that scene from the hospital where it's saying like moving forward.
I think what happens is the longer they stay away from paradise, the more they lose their memories.
Sure, maybe because that's what I was reading too. Is like when he was saying all that stuff about why can't I cry or why can't I do this. Like Sandy kind of just looked like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Like I don't know how, I don't have the heart to tell you that you're gone or whatever. Right. I don't know, but and it's like it seems like because it looks like there's an understanding that he can't reach his mom because that's why he had Sandy come over and call the brother too. But then also, I mean, going back to the fact that he said I couldn't cry, he was definitely crying in this episode to see his mom like that. So, man, so much to unpack.
I know.
But we got one more episode left. Thank you guys for coming along on the ride with us.
Yes, my whiskey
Let us know in the comments.
is in my shopping cart already, so I can't.
We're gonna have whiskey. We're gonna have Esau next week. John and I are gonna be together. We have some surprises for y'all planned, possibly. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the finale. Have a good one. Bye.